This is episode 3 of the Belle and Belle podcast. Welcome to new viewers and welcome back to returning viewers. Thank you for pressing on this link to check out what I've been up to over this last month. It's been quite, since Christmas it's been quite busy. I've been working a lot. My nan was poorly, so I'm spending a lot of time up there. But thankfully, touch wood, she's feeling a lot better now. So hopefully, things will be looking a bit more organised for me. So in this podcast today, I'm going to show you some of the things I finished in December and January, because I forgot to, I didn't have a chance to finish the December one properly, so it was a brief talking to you guys. So it might be a long one. I don't know if you want to grab a drink and a snack. I don't know how long I'll ramble on for. The first thing, I'm just checking my notes, what I've wrote. Yeah, the very first thing is, on Instagram, I've made some friends from where I live in Stoke-on-Trent, in the UK, and it's been quite nice to chat and see what they're working on and where about they're from, not too far from me, so that's been nice. And just generally scrolling through Instagram and looking at what other people have been making. I think it's the Patchwork Heart on Instagram. She does lovely blankets, granny style blankets, which you will see in what I'm working on, what's on my hook this week. So that'll be soon. I've started something similar, something I've not, I have done, but I haven't done the joining method as such. I usually sew together pieces, but in this one I've joined using a stitch. What else inspired me this month? Trying to think. I think it's just generally scrolling through Instagram, seeing things I like, and then thinking, oh, I'll give that a try. And YouTube obviously as well. Watching people's podcasts, seeing what they're working on, and that kind of thing. I am trying to start I'm starting to make things for my Etsy store, which hopefully will be next month as the launch. I'm not sure on the date, but I will let you guys know when I have confirmed that I've set it up and it's all ready to go. Be patient with me, because I've not done anything like this before, but I just thought it's something, I don't feel guilty making lots of the same thing if I know it's going to good use, rather than making lots of the same things and handing them out to people all the time and a bit like, oh. And especially if you are crafty yourselves, and you know some people don't appreciate handmade items, and say you give them a gift that you've made and it doesn't get the feedback you wanted, it is quite disheartening. So I've been lucky in the sense that I don't really have that. Whether or not they think that, I'm not too sure, but you do meet people and they just don't understand why you price things as they are, and I'm dreading that bit, because I have no idea to what price do I put to something I've made. Things that have took me hours to make, how much do you put a price on, that kind of thing. But I'll be working all that out in the weeks to come before March. Like I say, I'm not going to give a date, so it could be even the end of March, beginning of April. It will be sometime in March where I'll set up and it'll be launched. The next thing, the skills. Right, skills this month. I've mastered some Amigurumis. I'll put a picture in here of the plushies I made. And then I've also made some in DK weight and like, I can't think what the weight of the yarn is. It's not a DK, it's slightly thinner. I think it's called a chainette. Yeah, I can't think. I'll show you in a sec. I'll just have a sip of my tea. I'm drinking orange and peach Twinings tea. It's lovely. So the first, this one is the yarn I've been using, and as you can see, it's a bit thinner than a DK. If you can see that, I've got a DK here. This is a DK. Right, so I'll hold them. It could be a DK actually, looking at these. It's probably a DK, it's just so it feels different, so I need to learn more on that kind of thing. Motorbike went past. So this is the yarn I've been using, and I've used it in blue as well, and I've been making little jellyfish key rings. Let me get the one that I've made and attached. This one. So I put them in these little bags, which when I eventually do my Etsy store, these are what will come in. So this is one of the jellyfish I've made. It's turning. So they're all going to be slightly different because of how the yarn changes as you work them up. So some of them are going to be a bit bigger as well because of the weight of the yarn, if it's thicker yarn. But typically I've been using a 3mm for this part here, and then as you come to the decrease underneath, I've been switching and going to a 2mm hook, and I find that a lot easier because usually if I'm using the same hook and I'm trying to decrease, it's quite tight to get in the stitches, whereas using a smaller hook, and it hasn't made any impact on the stitches either. The stitches are still how they should be. So that's what I've been doing. Obviously the little face as well, I'm learning a bit more on how to do them a bit better. So I've been doing them, and I've got them in different colours. I've also done some in this one and a purple. And as you can see, I've got lots of other variations of yarn. So the things I've finished, I think I finished these in December. The first one, I'm not too sure if I've shown this or not, is the scarf. It's a chevron ripple scarf. I think I have shown this one. Anyway, I finished this one November, December time. I think I probably showed this in the November podcast, possibly. So yeah, these are just neutral colours. Like I say, I can remember saying I needed to block it because it keeps cinching in. And I still haven't done it, so I think it's just because I wear it so much that I just don't want to block it really. It's okay as it is. Then I went on to making shawls quite a lot. The first one I made I haven't completed because I was attaching yarns, and it's so tedious when you lose the enjoyment for that project. So I've come at a dead end on that one. It is pretty much big enough for a shawl anyway, so I might just finish the last row and be done with that. Then I did this one. I didn't control any of the colours, it's just come out as it's come out. There was, I think there was 2 or 3. I think there's 2. 200g balls of this. This is called Sprite. trying to think. I think it's King Cole Sprite. I think it's one that went. I can't remember. Yeah. So it's a shawl. It's just a simple granny stitch all the way around, and then just pull that, and I just wear it like that. But I like the colours on this one. It's quite nice. It looks really nice on the camera as well. So yeah, there's that one. This, I think I did this one in December. This one was December and went into January, probably the first few days into January. So this one is a solid granny stitch, and it's got tassels. This is using the marble yarn. So this one goes like that. Yeah. There's not much more I can say about this. It's soft yarn. All of these are quite soft, and but I think they are discontinued. I think this yarn, and that Sprite yarn is discontinued. I know this one was Marble by James C. Brett. That one I'm sure is a King Cole. So that's that one. Other things I've finished. I don't think I finished anything else. Obviously the Amigurumis that I did. I keep starting things and not finishing them, and I'm realising that now as I'm trying to do a podcast and show all my finished projects. It's quite terrible, really. I'm a bit upset as well because Derrimores have gone bust, and this ripple blanket, this is an old whip that I was supposed to be getting done the start of this year, end of last year. Remember this one? The ripple blanket. I don't know if that's big enough. No, not quite. I need to do a few more. But Derrimores have gone bust. So that means I don't know if I'll be able to get any more of the yarn for that project, which is the Derrimore Studio Anti-Pilling DK. Unless I think Lovecrafts have taken over, brought them out. So I don't know if I'll be able to get these there. I'm not too sure. I'll have to have a look. It's a shame because this yarn is really soft. It's really nice. It is thin. It's very thin DK, but it's really nice and soft, and the finish of like a cardigan, which I have made a cardigan with it somewhere in this room. Yeah, it's really soft. I need to finish that as well. Oh dear. That one is pretty much nearly done. It's just the ends, and then adding a border around the front, and around the edging, and around the sleeves, and then that one is done. Next thing, I'm trying to think. Oh, I went through all my whips. I sorted my yarn room out last night. My yarn room, it's a craft room. I don't know if you can hear the budgies. I'm really sorry if you can. They're in the other room and they just shout all the time. Yeah, the craft room, because my partner does his painting and candle making and wood burning and all that kind of stuff. So I have swapped the sides of the room over though. So he's got the other side which I had by the window, and now I've got this comfy corner by the radiator, because I was finding I wasn't in here very much because it was so cold. I was sat by the window and it just wasn't very nice. Whereas I'm sat here today and it's quite cosy now. words, but I think they've stopped now. The next thing, TV. We finished watching Bates Motel, which was brilliant. Can't recommend that enough. It is an old series. I think it was 2015. But it's on Now TV, and I think it's on BBC iPlayer. So if you haven't seen that and you like that kind of thing, psychopaths, it's really good. The next thing I've been watching this one on my own. I finished it I think I finished it last weekend, so I watched it within 2 nights. The woman across the street from the woman in the window, which is on Netflix at the minute. Really good. I enjoyed it, and it was such a twist. You don't realise who it is. You don't suspect it all the way through. And it's a big twist. So that was really good. If you haven't seen that yet, I would go and see that. It's a bit like the film. What's her name? Is it Amy Adams? It might be Amy Adams. She was in a film which was a similar title to the woman across the street from the woman in the window. It was on Netflix. That was a Netflix film. That was last year. It's very similar, but the twist is really good in the series. You should watch it if you haven't seen it already. At the minute, I've started watching The Sinner. I'm on season 1. I know that's an old series as well. I'm quite enjoying that. I think I've got one more episode till I've finished the season, and I'll be on to season 2. That's got Jessica Biel, I think. I can't think of her name. I think she's married to Justin Timberlake, I think. I'm not in the know anymore. I don't really know what's going on, really, in the world. Films. I haven't watched many films lately. I did watch Psycho after we finished watching Bates Motel. We thought we'd watch the original film. I think it's 1960s. Psycho, and the portrayal of Norman was really very good, very well done. Along looking at the film adaptation of Norman, I can't think of his name. The young guy who plays Norman in the series, he did a really good way of taking out on, and he must have concentrated on him for months, and it got the same body language and everything. It was really well done. Books I'm reading. I am reading just one at the minute. This one, the writing's going to be backwards because I have to watch it in case it times out, and I talk to myself like I've said many times. So this is by Kathy Bramley, and it's called My Kind of Happy, and it is really, it's a light read. It's nice. Like I say, I typically read when I go to bed. I'll read a chapter or two, and I just want something nice and easy and not heavy before you go to sleep. You don't want your mind going all while you're trying to relax. So I think I picked this one up last year from Asda, but I read a Kathy Bramley book last month, I think. Yeah, The Merry Christmas Project. I read one of hers last month. So I think I like her writing, her style of writing, so I might look at the other books she's done in the back of this and grab some off Amazon. Yeah, I might do that. it's hard when I get into a certain style. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It just went off and I was talking to myself. I can't remember what I was saying now. I can't remember. I think that was all I was going to say anyway. Ow. Yeah. So I hope you're all well and stay safe, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.